evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Hornets Hockey Network, the shed in your backyard where you keep everything Hornets hockey. My name is Rob Finger, alongside our videographer, Fu-Mei, Tung, and we're back in the barn for another exciting matchup. This time, a bit later than is the standard, as puck drop was slated for 8:15, about an hour later than usual. But nevertheless, we are back at the Toyota Coliseum, the home of your Hornets, where tonight they will be taking on the Little Red of Ithaca. The name Little Red, of course, spurring from the fact that just down the road is Ivy League school Cornell University, where their team name, which most often associated with a bear, is the Cornell Big Red. But unfortunately, this Ithaca team may have taken the Lil moniker a bit too far this year, as the record stands at a measly 4-8, only having one out against teams like Watertown IHC and Fulton. We'll show you why as we head to our scouting report. Last time out, both of these teams seem to have a bad time. Ithaca visited Sheriff Park for its annual beating from West Jenny, losing out 8-0. For the Hornets, Tuesday was certainly a day to forget, as the CNS North Stars whooped them, and by a fair bit, with the final score being a dismal 9-1 in favor of CNS. The record between these two teams is about the same, with 4-10 being the order of magnitude for the Hornets. However, there's certainly reason to believe that the Hornets may have the upper hand in this bout. When pitted against Fulton, the Hornets were able to come out with a 4-1 victory, while Ithaca were only able to come out by the skin of their teeth, winning 3-2. Similarly, when pitted against Watertown, the Hornets were able to put 9 up on the board, while Ithaca only managed 7. Let's dive deeper down towards that ice and see who the culprits of such scores may be. For Ithaca, at the top seems your forward, number 23, Eli Simons, with a score of 15 points in the form of 5 goals and 10 assists. Just behind him, however, sits his brother, freshman forward, number 28, Owen Simons, with 4 goals and 7 assists of his own, for a score of 11 points. But on the dirty side of Ithaca Street, the man in the box seems to always be senior forward, number 11, Hayden Cornell, who has racked up 23 penalty minutes this season. Let's hope he doesn't choose to serve any more time in there tonight. In terms of net minding, it seems that it's almost an even split between the two, with senior goaltender, number 29, Derek Jordan, facing 206 shots, but in only saving 178 of those shots, he's earned himself a save percentage of .864. While similarly, sophomore goaltender, number 31, Tano Maroney, has faced 214 shots, but in only saving 184 of those shots, he's gotten himself a percentage of .860. As I said, it's a rather even split. Buzzing over to the side of the Hornets, and it's a tale of 2 at the top, with points leader, sophomore forward, number 10, Joey Lavaroni, having scored 5 goals and assisting 6 times for 11 points to his name. His partner in point scoring, senior forward, number 6, Jonas Osterley, has scored 8 goals this season, but in lacking assists, only sits with 8 points in his column. Between the pipes, however, sits the goaltender who has seen the most shots this season, for better or worse, but has made an incredible number of saves this season. I talk, of course, about sophomore goaltender number 31, Chris Finger. This season, he has faced an unprecedented 724 shots and made a similarly impressive 654 saves for a percentage of .903. This is compounded by the fact that the Hornets have faced issue after issue in their defensive department, often leaving Finger all alone to make save after save, and save after save he has made. The Hornets may only have one goalie on their roster, but what a goalie that is. But tonight, we'll see what numbers will be added to those sheets, and we'll see who will step out first, because it's time for the moment you've been waiting for. It's time for your starting lineups. Starting in goal for the Ithaca Little Red is number 29, Derek Jordan. Starting at defense is number 15, Jack Coakley. Also at defense is number 28, Stephen Yang. Starting at forward, number 6, Katie Hu. Also starting forward, number 4, Tamio Kawate. Lastly, starting at forward, number 26, Owen Simons. And now, the starting lineup for your FM Hornets. Starting in goal, number 31, Chris Finger. Starting at defense, number 14, Brian Tonkovich. Also at defense, number 22, Gavin Patnode. Starting it forward, number 25, Aiden Shaver. Also starting forward, number 7, Jacob Lambrick. And last but not least, starting it forward, number 23, Caden Livesey. The boys are buzzing in the barn as we settle in for this magical matchup. Who will claim victory as their own in the Coliseum? Will the Little Red manage to put some big scores on the board? Or will the Hornets do some big damage to the Little Red? All that and more will be on display here tonight. And the only place to catch all the action is here on the Hornets Hockey Network. It's Little Red versus Hornets as we get set for game time. And with that, another exciting edition of Hornets hockey will get underway here in a minute as both teams go back to their benches to get the lowdown on what this first period will bring us. And for those of you wondering why Ithaca slammed their sticks in the middle of that national anthem, I believe it's because they slam it when they say the Rockets' red glare, a bit how the Vegas Golden Knights always emphasize when it says gave proof through the night. But with no words being said or sung, just a playing there, may seem a little confusing. But nonetheless, Ithaca seems to be ready. Hornets sharing a couple words just before this fifth line will go out and start this game. Of course, I like to call this line the Grimes line, as all three of these starting forwards, Jacob Lambrick, Aiden Shaver, and Caden Livesey, are from Bishop Grimes, my very alma mater. Anyways, we're set for this opening face-off as Ithaca will win it forward. Thankfully, the Hornets able to keep it just out of their zone for now. But Ithaca getting it quickly in, thanks to number 26, Eli Simons. He sends it towards the center, but FM is able to get it out. Aiden Shaver looking for it in the middle there. But Ithaca able to send it in, but Brian Tonkovich stopping it on the board, sends it over for Gavin Patnode. Patnode a bit struggling there in the corner. Ithaca will come out with it, trying to send it towards the center or the point. It goes out of the zone. They'll put it in quickly. Brian Tonkovich will go to chase it in the corner. Getting it up the boards now. Ithaca, though, keeping it in. Gavin Patnode will pick it up as Owen Simons puts some pressure on. He's able to get it out there. Aiden Shaver with it in the center. Makes a move. He sends it in on goal. And that line will go to change. Hayden Shaver and Jacob Lambrick being exchanged for Jonas Osterley and Joey Lavaroni, the dynamic duo that is the point leaders. Joey Lavaroni with it in the center, sends it over for Colton Ives, who's just come off the bench here. He'll send it up for Jonas Osterley. All the Jays. They send one in, and Colton Ives, well, making a save there, though, is Ithaca. They'll get it out of their own zone. Up the boards into the Hornets' end. Getting around in the corner there is number 8, Sean Albertson. Albertson sending it up for the point man. And saving it there is Chris Finger. As Ithaca coming back around, they send it for the point man. He just keeps it in there. And Colton Ives sending it hard off the boards there. Ithaca getting it out themselves. Number 21, Greg Gorski. He'll send it just back in, but Jonas Osterley will pick it up. Sending it over for Walker Thompson. Thompson back to Osterley. Osterley over for Noah Chen. Chen doesn't quite get it, but instead Joey Lavaroni will get it off the boards. He goes to the other side where there's much more room. Cutting around, shot, save made by Jordan. Ithaca getting it high and out of the zone here, but rather out of the play. It'll appear in the Ithaca bench. And there will be a stoppage play and a face-off to the left of Derek Jordan in that Ithaca zone. Face-off, one back by Ithaca. Going to get it in the corner, though, is Conor McDonald. Will Sanzone with it. He gets some pressure put on him by number 11, Hayden Cornell. And Gavin Patnose unable to keep it in. As number 22, Lincoln Babcock. He'll come into the zone, passing it across, shot, soars. And number 2, Hewitt Gow. He'll put it in, and the Ithaca Little Red will go up 1-0 with 14:37 left to go in the first period. And my, that was a bit of a slow shot. It went 5-hole of Chris Finger. Not sure why he didn't have his 5-hole covered. He usually does. Hopefully, he'll have a better game than he did against CNS, where, unfortunately, they let 9 in. Thankfully, the Hornets are able to get it quickly into the zone of the Little Red. Ithaca, though, getting a breakout going here. They're able to just get it out of the zone as they rush up the other way. Getting into the Hornets' end with a bit of difficulty, however. But here comes Walker Thompson with it in the middle. He'll dump it in, not quite on net, just wide of it. And Ithaca will work to get it out. Keep it in though, the Hornets. They'll keep it in the corner there. Brady Moore with it, trying to get a shot off. But Ithaca will put it around the side there. Noah Chen will pinch in to help kind of keep it in here. But Ithaca will get it out. Now into the Hornets' end. Coming down towards the goal here. But it's broken up by Noah Chen. Brady Moore will send it hard out. But that will, of course, be an icing. .46 left to go in this first period of play. Face off to the right of Chris Finger. With the score being 1-0 in favor of the Ithaca Little Red. We'll see what happens off of this face-off. Ithaca will win it forward into the corner. FM, though, quickly getting it out towards Joey Leveroni on the boards. Trying to keep it that way, though, is Gavin Patno. Joey Leveroni takes it out. He'll come through the center, over to the right side, looking for some room. He'll come around, trying to look over his options there, but he gets some pressure put on him. Gavin Patno will help keep it in at the hash marks. Jonas Hostley sending it towards the center. But Ithaca will work to get it out. Keeping it in, though, is Teddy Smart. Hostley going in for some pressure. But a big hit put on by Greg Gorski of the Ithaca Little Red. Keeping it in, though, again, is Gavin Patno. Ithaca trying to get it out. Gavin Patno will send it back in again. Teddy Smart will pinch to keep it in once again. And Greg Gorski will dump it just out of the zone there as the FM are unable to keep it in yet again. They are able to send it in, however, but number 23, Eli Simons, we're going to get it out there, but number 25, Sam Holmes, he'll come into the zone, and it's pickpocketed by Jonas Hostley. He'll come across. Now choosing to speed there, gets it through the legs, but isn't able to get it through. He put that just a bit too much in front of him, and Ithaca will take it the other way. Thankfully, Walker Thompson keeping it from going in the zone. However, Ithaca sending it hard in. Noah Chen will get it up. Ithaca trying to get some pressure put on here. But Walker Thompson will take that puck from the middle there as it was bouncing. Send it off the boards for number 19 in Drew Fitz. Keeping it in the neutral zone, though, are the Hornets. Ithaca, though, getting into the zone towards the center there, but Noah Chen thinks otherwise. He tries to send it out, but Ithaca will keep it in. Number 11 there, Hayden Cornell going into the corner. He'll try to pass it out there. Some hits being put on by Dimitri Sergeev. And Drew Fitz will put it into the corner of the Ithaca zone. But a bit too early was that release. That will be an icing going all the way back to the Hornets zone. Face off to the right of Chris Finger with 11:34 left to go in the first period. Ithaca will win it back. He puts a shot on, but it's deflected down and goes into the corner. Nick Sergeev will send it around for Brian Tonkovich. He'll in turn send it around for Capriati. Ithaca, though, shooting it, and it goes wide of the net. Capriati will pick it up off the boards. Ithaca trying again here. Tries the center shot, and it goes wide yet again. They send it towards the center, but no shot will come off. Nick Sergeev will get it out of the zone. Ithaca, though, putting it off the boards, trying to get it back in. Nick Sergeev will get it back. Sends it up, but Ithaca will keep it in. Brian Tonkovich getting it now. He'll get it out of the zone himself. Skates it up. Puts a whopper of a shot towards Derek Jordan. You will glove that down, though. And with 10:51 left to go in the first period, the faceoff will be to his right. Face-off, one back by Ithaca, but intercepting it there towards the corner and getting it towards the center were Joey Leveroni and Jonas Osterley, respectively. Dives now, sending a shot on, he scores! And Golden Knives with a big shot from the top slot. He will even out the score at 1. And I believe they're having a few issues getting that goal horn to work. You know, I believe it is a different crew than it usually is in that timekeeper's box. However, I do have ultimate faith in them. Ithaca, though, getting it back into the Hornets zone. Jonas Osterley will send it over for Noah Chen. He sends it up for Joey Leveroni, who tips it up for a waved off icing. It'll go into the corner. Ithaca will try to work it out there. And a big hit being put on by Brady Moore. He'll kind of knock it away here, but Ithaca coming back in. Shot, save, made by Finger. He shoots it again, and it's saved again and covered. And with 10:23 left to go in this first period, the score has been evened out at 1 for both teams. In this first period, face off now to the left of Finger. It's won back by Ithaca, but it goes too far. They'll have to regroup. Sending it off the glass there. Getting it just into the zone. And Jack Lalek will get it off the boards out of the Hornets' end. But Ithaca sending it back in. Gavin Patton will get that in the corner. Handing it over for Brian Tonkovich. Tonkovich trying to get it up for Michael LeDuc there. Number 15, Jack Coakley, he'll take it, put it in the corner as his teammates will work to pressure it in the corner. Jack Lelik coming up with it now. Through a little bit of open ice here. He's able to get it up and out of the zone. I think off the boards now. As Ithaca tries to put it the other way. He'll get it into the Hornets' end. He puts a shot on. Save made by Finger. .9:33 left to go in the first. Face off to the left of Finger. Winning it back, though, is Ithaca. Not too far back, though. They'll choose to put it into the corner there. But Noah Chen making some moves, getting past that forechecker there. Ithaca, though, will regain it, trying to get it around there to their point. They'll choose to put it behind the net again as number 24, Tammy Okawa. We'll put some pressure on. They'll send it up to the point man. Point man will send it towards the center. And they'll try to get a shot off, but nothing will come of it. Cowett will put it back for Owen Simons. Simons will lose it. Walker Thompson putting on some pressure there. Cowett coming out with it. They're not able to get much of a shot on. The point man will instead shoot. Save made by Finger as he turns it towards the boards. And Lucas Latoff will put that high and out of the zone. And Ithaca will have to regroup as they put it back into the zone. Not hard enough, though. Or seemingly hard enough. I didn't think it was very hard. I didn't think it was get there even. But yes, that will be an icing. As that dump rather failed them. It'll go all the way back into their own zone. Face off to the right of Ithaca. Ithaca getting it out, or at least trying to get out of the zone here. Jonas Osterley will send it over. Joey Leveroni shoots it. It's saved by Derek Jordan. .8:24 left to go in the first. The face-off is to the left of Derek Jordan. Winning it forward of the Hornets thanks to Jonas Osterley's efforts. He'll come around the corner. Looking over his options. Sending it in for Joey Leveroni. He tried to get it off the boards there. Gavin Patnode will get it and shoot, and it goes wide. Ithaca will work to break it out here. Looking over his options, he sends it high and out there. It won't be hard enough to be an icing, but Gavin Patnode instead will get it as some pressure is being put on by Lincoln Babcock of the Ithaca Low Red here. Ithaca able to keep it in, though, but a delayed offside. It's waved off now as Jonas Osterley trying to take it up. He passes it over for Joey Leveroni, but a few skates there. Turn it the other way. Teddy Smart trying to get it out there, but Ithaca will come in and sail it over the top of the net. They'll come back in for another shot, and it's deflected up. Goes rather the other way. And Jonas Osterley trying to hand it up for Joey Leveroni. Instead goes back to Gavin Patnode. He'll send it in on net. Didn't quite get there before Steven Yang, number 28, taking it, putting it towards some open ice here. As Ithaca will dump that in. Brian Tonkovich going in to get it. Hands it over for Nick Sergeev. Sergeev back to Tonkovich. Tonkovich off the boards there. Gets it up for Conor Mcdonald, but nobody was there for it. Not sure when he dropped it. Maybe that's his default option there. Nick Sergeev trying to get it out there, but it's gloved down, and it's shot wide by Ithaca. And number 25, Sam Holmes, as they get it on the boards there. A little bit of a board battle. Ithaca will come out with it, but it goes to the stick of Nick Sergeev. Has a lot of space here. We'll put it off the boards. Not too hard, though. Ithaca will take it back the other way. Nick Sergeev breaks it up, and Capriati will get it out of the zone, sending it to the other side where there's much more room. But it'll go back to Brian Tonkovich. Tonkovich will send it off the boards himself. It'll go back to Nick Sergeev, putting it up for Conor McDonald, and McDonald will put it into the zone of the Ithaca Low Red. Ithaca working a bit of a break out here. This goes to number 8, Sean Albertson. He's dropped a bit. And Noah Chen will work it in the Hornets zone as it's dumped in there. He takes it out all along the boards. But Ithaca working that neutral zone, trying to get it the other way. They will. But not if Michael LeDuc has much to say about it. And Walker Thompson picking it up after it squirted out there. They'll get it into the Ithaca zone with just about 5:30 left to go in this first period. Noah Chen will keep it in. Jack Lalick and Michael LeDuc going in for some pressure. But Ithaca will work a bit of a breakout here. They get it out. Goes over towards the Hornets bench there. But Walker Thompson trying to put on a bit of a hit there. As Brady Morris sends it around, it just gets out of the zone. Ithaca rather waiting for their teammate to get out of the zone. They'll go in again and put it in the corner. Hewitt Gow coming out with it. Drops it for his point man. Point man shoots, and it goes high, and it's caught baseball-like by Chris Finger. And with exactly 5 minutes to go in this first period, couldn't be any more even because the score is 1-1 with a face-off to the left of Finger. Face-off one back by Ithaca. They get it out of the zone, though. Unable to keep it in. The offsides is delayed here, but it's waved off. Here comes Jonas Osterley coming towards the center. Over towards the side now. Trying to look over his options. Sends it across for Brian Tonkovich, but it passed just behind him. He tried to stick his skate out to catch it, but instead he will regroup. Sending it over for Gavin Patnode. Patnode sending it over for Jacob Lambrick, who gets a big hit put on him by Hayden Cornell. And Ithaca will work to get it the other way, but he will release that a little too hard and a little too early. That will be an icing yet again. .4:24 left to go in this first period of play. 1-1 is the score. As after that icing, the faceoff will be to the right of Derek Jordan. On the back of the Hornets, Aiden Shaver taking a shot, and it goes just over the net. Hayden Lipsey will try to put on some pressure. Keeping it in, though, is Gavin Patnode. Patnode coming across with his shot, and it goes off the leg of one of the Little Red. And Hayden Lindsay will try to put it towards the center, trying to get any shots that they can off. Keeping it in, though, is Brian Tonkovich. Hayden Lindsay trying to put on some pressure, but Ithaca will take it the other way. One-on-one. Shot, save, made by Finger, and another shot was tried to be slammed home there. Nothing came, but it'll go to the other corner. And Hayden Lindsay sending it across and over for Aiden Shaver. Shaver on the boards. Brian Tonkovich helping him out there. Board battle is one out to the other side. Hayden Lindsay will get it off the boards and out of the zone. But Ithaca will send it right back in, courtesy of Greg Gorski, number 21. Brian Tonkovich behind that net, looking for some room. Over his option, sends it hard off the boards there. Joey Leveroni will pick it up, but not before it's intercepted by Eli Simons. He tries to take it into the net, but Jonas Osterley in on a breakaway shot, and it goes over the net. Wow, he had quite the opportunity there, but he sailed it over. Rather unlike him. Osterley over for Walker Thompson. Thompson back in for Joey Leveroni. Jonas Osterley with it behind the net. Sends it over for Leveroni. Leveroni shoots and it's saved by Derek Jordan. Face off to the right of Derek Jordan. One back by Ithaca. They'll get it along the boards there. Trying to get it out of the zone there. Single-handedly, Stephen Yang is able to get it out of Ithaca's end. Get it into the Hornets' end. Noah Chen going in for some pressure, but Ithaca will intercept it, trying to get it towards the point man. Point man will shoot, and it's deflected many times as Chris Finger is able to cover it. With a lot of roughhousing going on all around him. A lot of confusion and a lot of chaos as Chris Finger was able to get a glove over it. With 2:28 left to go in the first, it's a face-off to his right. Face-off one back by the Hornets. Ithaca getting some pressure put on, and coming up the ice is Will Sanzone. He'll come along the boards, getting around number 2, Hewitt Gow. He'll send it in for Nico Capriati, coming around there. But he's not able to do much with it as 3 Ithaca players put some pressure on him. And coming out with it is Stephen Yang. Along the boards, he's able to get it out of the zone. But not before it's pickpocketed by Will Sanzone. Sanzone gets a hit put on him. And that will be a penalty for Ithaca. And I believe that Will Sanzone was down there. Looks like he's reeling a bit from that hit. But it looks like he's all right. He stands up at that blue line. Talking with the doctor on duty. And yes, that will be a penalty for cross-checking on number 11, Hayden Cornell. As I said in the intro, he's got quite a number of penalty minutes. Looks like he'll get some more here. As for 2 minutes, the Hornets will go on the power play. Face off to the right of Derek Jordan as the Hornets get ready. One back by Jonas Osterley, and they'll try to set it up. Noah Chen coming across, sending it over for Osterley. Osterley coming in, shot! And it doesn't. I'm not sure where it went there, but Jonas Osterley has it behind the net. And I believe that net is off its pegs here. Yes, it is, as the ref goes to put it back in its place. And that play is stopped. And it'll continue with a face-off to the left of Derek Jordan with 1:42 left to go in the first period. Face-off one back by the Hornets. Gavin Patnode sending it over for Osterley. Osterley over for Chen. Chen coming across, trying to send it over for Osterley. He's unable to keep it in, and the Hornets will have to regroup. Jonas Osterley looking to get it himself, making a couple moves, bringing it just into the zone, walking across the blue line, weaving his way in. Sends a shot, and it's saved by Derek Jordan. Jonas Osterley certainly taking his time to get into that zone here. Rather calculating that shot. But unfortunately for him, it was gloved down by Derek Jordan. The score will remain at 1-1. 1:19 left to go in the first. As the Hornets win that face-off back, Noah Chen will give it over for Osterley. Osterley back to Chen. Chen walking across, send it back to Osterley. Osterley looking over his options. Gets it down into the corner. Capriati will compensate going around. Jonas Osterley still with it. Looking over his options again. Turns back the other way. Coming across, sends it over for Capriati. Capriati back to Osterley. Osterley, the backhand shot is saved by Derek Jordan. .7 seconds left to go in the first period. Face off to the left of Derek Jordan for Ithaca. They will win it back, trying to get it out of the zone there, and they do as Gavin Patnote is unable to keep it in. Noah Chen sending it over for Jonas Osterley as they regroup in their own end. Osterley dipsy-doing there in the Hornets' end. He gets it into the neutral zone, up for Nico Capriati. He tried to get it around one of those Ithaca players. He'll leave it for Jonas Osterley. Shot! And it goes way wide, and it'll go out of the zone. Gavin Patnote will have to work to get that. There's number 23, Eli Simons, putting on some pressure here as he goes into the Hornets, and he sends it out. Shot! Scores! And the Ithaca Little Red, courtesy of Chami Okawe, it will go up 2-1 with 14.3 seconds left to go in that first period. Mind you, that goal was shorthanded. As number 23, Eli Simons, was just too much for that Hornets defense. And the Ithaca Little Red seemingly doubling the amount of shots that the Hornets have. And Julie, they double the score here as a bit of a board error there. And sending it into the zone there is Walker Thompson with less than 10 seconds to go in the period. Sending it the other way is Ithaca. And it goes on net and it's blocked away by Chris Finger. And they will run out of time. As don't believe that scoreboard that you see on your screen there. There's a bit of an error with that crew at the timekeeper's table. Once again, I will say that they are not the usual crew. And again, I will say that I have full faith in them. But the score is not 12-1. It is that. It is 2-1 at the end of the first period. And for the first 4 seconds of period 2, the Hornets will be on the power play. And the shots, 11 for the Ithaca Little Red, but only 6 for the Hornets. But don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. Period 2 of action will be here on the Hornets Hockey Network. Don't you dare touch that dial. We will be back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hornets Hockey Network. We're here at the Toyota Coliseum for period 2 of your FM Hornets versus the Ithaca Lil Red. The current score is 2-1 in favor of Ithaca. The Hornets didn't have their best period, and thankfully they were able to put one up on the board thanks to cold knives. But still, the score is 2-1 with 2 periods left to go. What will this second period bring us? Well, we're about to find out. As the FM Hornets getting ready here with, I believe, the second line. Second or third. FM does like to change around their lines a little bit, as for the first 4 seconds of this period, Ithaca will be on the man down. And the clock wasn't quite started yet, as Gavin Patnode will get it in the Hornets zone. And Ithaca will be at full strength now as Gavin Patnode coming through the zone here. He's able to get it off the boards, and a penalty will be coming to Ithaca. And an interference call will be going in on Ithaca. And number 21, Greg Gorski, he will be going to the box. 2 minutes for interference. And I believe that Ithaca Lil Red only had about 15 seconds of 5-on-5 play. But now the Hornets will have another power play as it's whipped right down the zone, down the ice here. Noah Chen leaving it for Jonas Osterley. Osterley coming through the center there into the end of Ithaca. He shoots and it goes over the net. Ithaca getting it back out again. It'll go on net. Chris Finger will turn it the other way. Nico Capriati going in to pick it up. Sends it off the boards. Off the boards again. Doesn't quite get it around Lincoln Babcock. But Gavin Patnode will take it himself, leaving it up for Joey Leveroni. Leveroni trying to drop it for Patnode there. Instead, Osterley will get it back over to Leveroni. He puts a shot on, but it goes just wide. And Hayden Cornell will put it way down hard. And Finger will put it up for Noah Chen. Chen will put it up for Nico Capriati, who just gets it off there. Capriati trying to put some pressure on as Ithaca sending it down again. They're over halfway through their penalty here with 45 seconds left to go. Noah Chen leaving it for Jonas Osterley. Osterley coming up the side, sending it up for Capriati. Capriati sending it across for Joey Leveroni. He gets that off the boards. Loses it, however, and Ithaca will come the other way thanks to Lincoln Babcock. And Finger will shoot it past him. Chen sending it up for Leveroni. Leveroni up for Osterley. Osterley over for Leveroni. Leveroni's not able to get a stick on it. That's Golden Knife sending it back for Joey Leveroni. We'll send it off the boards. Osterley will pick it up, sending it over for Leveroni. Almost taking a shot, though, is Gavin Patnode. He'll send it over for Ives. Ives for Osterley. And with 1 second left to go, Ithaca's able to kill it off. Patnode taking a shot, but it goes wide. Joey Leveroni with it behind the net. Drops it for Osterley. Tried to get it back for Leveroni, but Ithaca will come out. And another penalty will be called on Ithaca. And Colton Ives was hurting there. Something with his side or his back. He was out for a few games earlier this season with a bit of a back injury. And I believe those demons have struck again. Hopefully he will be all right. And thankfully, he will be back on the ice. Just doing a couple stretches for his back. Hopefully he'll be all right this game. Nonetheless, face off to the right of Derek Jordan. One to the side by the Hornets. Will Sanson trying to get it towards the center, but nobody was there for it. Ithaca will send it down the other way on net. Finger will put it to the other side. As yet again, the Hornets are on the power play. Brian Tonkovich sending it up for Will Sanson. Sanson getting it off the boards there, but Ithaca will send it the other way, courtesy of Jack Coakley. Brian Tonkovich coming around with it. It's knocked to the side there. And FM will get it up the ice here. Ithaca getting it back down the other way. And Finger will knock that towards the boards. Thankfully, Ithaca is unable to recover in the Hornets zone. Golden Knives sending it over for Osterley. With 1 minute left to go in this penalty, Osterley will send it off the boards to Joey Leveroni. Joey Leveroni coming in the zone with it. But Ithaca sends it back into the Hornets' end. Brian Tonkovich will pick it up, leaving it for Jonas Osterley. Osterley coming up the side, gets it around 1, gets it around 2, gets it around 3. He'll come in 3-on-1. Capriati shoots. Save made by Derek Jordan. And Ithaca will get it high and out yet again. And with 30 seconds left to go in this penalty, will the Hornets get another rush up? Here comes Osterley again. Gets it around 1. He passes it across, but Joey Leveroni is unable to touch it. And Ithaca will get it back in. And that will be a high stick on the Hornets as Gavin Patno tipped that high pass back. .12:43 left to go in the second period. Score is still 2-1. And with 13 seconds left to go in that Ithaca penalty and the Hornets power play, you wonder if the Hornets will be able to do anything with it, as they are able to win it forward, but Ithaca will possess it in the neutral zone. Getting it D to D here. Looking it off the boards. Hornets will repossess it themselves. Nico Capriati going in for it. And instead, Conor Mcdonald with it. He'll send it behind the net. Will Sanson will go down to put some pressure on. McDonald, though, getting it back. Trying to get it towards the net there, but it goes over to the other side. Ithaca trying to get it out there. Conor McDonald with it there as Will Sanson was able to keep it in. Ithaca just trying to get it back out now. And Noah Chen able to keep it in with a bit of a sacrifice to the body. Kevin Patno trying to pinch. He's unable to keep it in. But I believe he actually did at the last minute there. Wasn't able to see what happened right along the boards. I thought that puck might have just gone out. Thankfully, Patnod was able to keep it in. But no matter, Ithaca has it right down in the Hornets' end. And it came over to Chris Finger. He'll cover it as he does. With 11:42 left to go in the second. Face-off one back by the Hornets. Brian Tonkovich sending it way around there for Brady Moore. He'll get it up and out of the zone. Michael LeDuc now coming with it. He'll try to get it towards the center there, but no pass was able to come off as that pressure was just a bit too much for him. Michael LeDuc with it back. Walker Thompson sending it back into the corner. It goes all the way to the other one. Brady Moore stopping it on the boards. Facing some pressure from Ithaca, number 23, Eli Simons. And Ithaca will work to break it out. Simons going for it again, but taking it is Michael LeDuc. He'll send it over Brady Moore, but a bouncing pass will not be caught. Brian Tonkovich sending it back to Moore. Moore will put it towards the net there. Well, Michael LeDuc will take it off the boards, but they're not able to keep it in. Jack Lalick bobbling it there, not getting that pass off. He sends it over for Tonkovich, who sends it up for LeDuc. LeDuc getting it through the legs there. Thompson's able to keep it in, or get it in. Thompson getting it towards the center, but no shot came off. They'll squirt back out towards that faceoff dot. Ithaca sending it off the boards there. Jack Lalick with it. Sends it through the legs there, but isn't able to get a shot off, and Ithaca will get it out of the zone. Ryan Tonkovich taking himself, getting it off for Michael LeDuc. It gets off the boards there, but the Little Red will come back in. Shot. Save made by Finger. He's not able to catch it, but Jonas Osterley will make sure that that's not a problem. He sends it way down, and the icing is waved off due to a deflection. Ithaca now coming down with speed. Number 23, Eli Simons, towards the center. He's not able to get a shot off as the FM defense is able to break it up. Gavin Patnode going for it on the boards. Jonas Osterley sending it around there for Noah Chen. Chen will try to send it up for Joey Lavaroni, but that pass was not caught. That'll be an icing, and it'll go all the way back to the Hornets' end. Face off one back by the Hornets. Noah Chen getting it up for Lavaroni. He tries to get it off the boards there, but Ithaca will keep it in, sending it back for Noah Chen. Chen sending it over for Patnode. Patnode getting it just through the legs there. Jonas Osterley will take it himself, getting it off the far boards, but Ithaca will send that right back deep. Patnode leaving it for Osterley. Osterley losing it a little bit there. He's able to regain it. He rather fakes a pass there. Gets it up for Lavaroni. Lavaroni entering the Ithaca zone. Trying to cut towards the center there, but that puck was knocked loose. Colton Ives will take a shot, but it'll go just wide as he and Jonas Osterley look to put some pressure on. Osterley trying to send it back down deep for Colton Ives, but Ithaca is able to get it out. But they won't get very far with it. Only to about the red line. As Jonas Osterley's put some pressure on there. He put some pressure on of himself. With 8:30 left to go in the second period, it's into the Hornets' end. But Noah Chen getting it up for Colton Ives, and they will get it just out of the zone here as it goes high. But Ithaca making something happen in the neutral zone, trying to rush it the other way. The Hornets are able to deny the first one, but the second one, he'll come in, shot, and he scores! And Hayden Cornell will extend Ithaca's lead by 1. 3-1 is now the score. And my, Chris Finger is not having his day there. That is 2 5-hole goals that he has let in. Very unlike him. Usually those are an easy stop. Face off one forward by the Hornets. Ithaca, though, courtesy of Eli Simons. He'll take it off the boards there. Coming back into the Hornets' end. It's Hayden Cornell again. He'll face some pressure, though, from Brian Tonkovich and Dmitry Sergeev. Getting it back into the corner, though, is Ithaca. Out to the point man. Point man shoots, but it's deflected. And the Hornets will work to get it out. And not before Lincoln Babcock will put some pressure on. Cornell will send it towards the center. And a save will be made by Finger. It goes out to the point. Point man coming across, shot. Save made by Finger as he turns it away. Sends it back out to the center. Another save is made. And Ithaca will try to send it to the point, but the point man is just not there. He'll go get it himself. Getting it hard over there is Ithaca. Get it up for a 2-on-1 here. Sending it across. And no shot comes off, and a save is made by Finger. And the Hornets are just able to get it out there. Will Sanson coming in with it. Shot, and it goes wide. The Hornets are unable to keep it in. They try to limit where it goes. It went just off the boards there. Hayden Cornell will shoot it, and it's saved by Finger and turned away. As Will Sanson will come the other way, down the side of the boards. Tries to pass it across, but no shot will come off from Conor McDonald. And Ithaca sending it around there. Teddy Smart's unable to keep it in. Ithaca, courtesy of Katie Hu, will put it in the zone. Nico Capriati and Noah Chen going in for it. Now up for Conor McDonald. McDonald sending it over for Sandzone. Sandzone just getting it off the boards there. Just into the zone, but Ithaca will send it way in there. It will go on net. And the icing was waved off by the one ref. The other one just didn't see that it hit the pad of Chris Finger. That was on net. That was waved off. But the whistle was blown beforehand, and confusion will ensue. With 6:01 left to go in the second period. Where will this faceoff be? It will be in the Hornets' end. Face off to the left of Chris Finger. One back by Ithaca, but the Hornets are quick to get it out of the zone here. As Nico Capriati and Conor McDonald will go to chase it, but that will be just too hard and just too early. That will be an icing. Face off one back by the Hornets. Will Sandzone will win it back, but Ithaca shooting again. It's saved by Finger. Getting it up to the point. Point man shoots. Saved again. Teddy Smart sending it over for Noah Chen. Chen back to Smart, but it's taken by Ithaca and it's shot and it goes out of play. .5:35 left to go in this second period of play. 3-1 is the score in favor of the Ithaca Lil Red. Face off to the right of Finger is one back by Ithaca. They'll take a shot. It's saved again by Finger. And Brian Tonkovich will get it out of the zone. Coming with the puck now is number 23, Eli Simons. He'll send it up. Jonas Osterley sending it up for Walker Thompson. Thompson will take it in with a shot, and it's gloved down by Derek Jordan. Face off to the left of Derek Jordan in the Ithaca zone. Face off is one back by Ithaca. They'll work to get it out of the zone here. In the corner for is Joey Leveroni, but getting it past him is Eli Simons. Hornets will keep it in. Walker Thompson a shot, and it goes wide. Joey Leveroni just trying to get that puck. But number 11, Hayden Cornell, will get it out of the zone. Ryan Tonkovich sending it over for Thompson. Thompson off the boards. And that icing is waved off there. Ithaca working to get it out of the zone here, courtesy of Greg Gorski. But Hayden Cornell will put it around to the other corner here. And Ithaca will get it out of their own end and into the Hornets' end here. It's Brian Tonkovich sending it hard around there. But that shot from the point is saved by Finger. With 4:26 left to go in the second. Face off to the left of Chris Finger. There's one back by the Hornets. Noah Chen will work to get it off the boards there. It goes high. And none of them are able to find it for a second. But Noah Chen coming out with it. Sends it up for Michael Leduc, but he gets it out of the zone there. It's untouched by Leduc. Ithaca, though, will send it hard back in. Noah Chen trying to put some pressure on the side boards there. He'll get it off his skate and out of the zone. He'll go and pick it up himself. Losing it there at the red line. He'll get it just into the Ithaca zone. But Ithaca will be quick to get it out here. Keeping in those, Noah Chen. Michael Leduc going in for it. He tried to get it towards the center there. Will Sanson will come out with it. He'll get it up for Gavin Patnode. Patnode over to Chen. Chen taking a shot, and it's turned away by Derek Jordan. As Michael Leduc trying to get it around there. Not keeping it in, though, is Noah Chen. He'll go to pick it up himself as some pressure is put on. Ithaca will take it into the FM zone. But a swarm of Hornets there, able to get it around there. When it goes back to Chris Finger, he'll cover it himself. With 3:14 left to go in the second period. The faceoff will be to his left. Faceoff to the left of Chris Finger. One back. And Ithaca takes a shot, and it's turned away by Finger. Taking it towards the center there. Golden Knives trying to get it out there. As Ithaca just trying to keep it in. Brian Tonkovich will send it to the other side and just out of the zone there before Colton Knives picks it up, dumping it into the zone there. As Joey Leveroni might have to get his skates sharpened there. I believe that's the second time he's done that tonight. And that will be an icing. It'll go all the way back to the zone of the Ithaca Lil Red with 2:41 left to go in the second. Face off to the right of Derek Jordan. One back by Ithaca. Coming around is Eli Simons. He'll get it out of the zone here, high and out. Ryan Tonkovich being alerted to the presence of number 2, Hewitt Gow. He gets some pressure put on him. Ithaca trying to get it towards the center there. Instead, getting to the point. Point man shoots, and it's off the body there of Jacob Lambrick. He gets it out of the zone, trying to get it over for his teammate. He'll try to leave it for Caden Livesey there. But getting it just into the Ithaca zone was Walker Thompson. But Ithaca will get it back deep into the Hornets' end. Ryan Tonkovich facing some pressure there from number 22, Lincoln Babcock. Getting in the corner there. Jacob Lambrick coming out with it. Sends it up for Aiden Shaver. Shader will send it across and out of the zone. Caden Livesey really going hard towards that puck. Walker Thompson sending it over for Brian Tonkovich. Tonkovich is unable to get it out there. Ithaca will come back in. They're unable to get a shot off as it's broken up by Jacob Lambrick. He sends it off the boards there. But Ithaca will try to get another shot off as it comes back to the center. And Caden Livesey's able to get it out of the zone. And Aiden Shaver will put it forward. Jacob Lambrick going in for it now. And Ithaca will send it around. Walker Thompson's able to keep it in. As Ithaca will get it off the glass there. It'll go all the way down for an icing. 1:04 left to go in the second period here. The score is 3-1 in favor of Ithaca. And after that icing, the faceoff will be right to the left of Derek Jordan. Face off one to the side by the Hornets. Jonas Osterley getting over for Joey Leveroni. Getting it out, though, is Ithaca. Coming up the boards is Tammy O'Kelly. He sends it towards the center. And Gavin Patnode will deny it and hand it over to Jonas Osterley. Osterley over to Patnode. Patnode across. But it's almost gunned down there by Ithaca. They will get it out of the zone, the Hornets. Nick Sergeev leaving it for Osterley. Osterley sending it over to Patnode. Patnode over for Ives. Ives trying to drop it there, but it's broken up by Coway. And coming back in is Ithaca's defense, but they're unable to keep it in. Looking to get it back the other way. They send it deep into the corner. Gavin Patnode will go to get it. Patnode dropping it there. Ithaca will try to get it towards the center. but nothing will come of it as it's deflected onto the boards. Ithaca getting it back deep, though. Nixer G will try to send it over for Gavin Patnode, but they will run out of time. That'll do it for period 2 of hockey here at the Toyota Coliseum. The score is 3-1. Shots on goal for Ithaca, 17. Shots on goal for the Hornets, 16. Well, don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. There's still a whole nother period of hockey to be played here. Will the Hornets answer the 2 unanswered from Ithaca? Well, we'll find out. Join us here for the 3rd period of action. Don't touch that dial. We will be back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hornets Hockey Network. We're here at the Toyota Coliseum for Period 3 of your FM Hornets versus the Ithaca Lil Red. And hopefully, the Hornets can have a better period this time. They've so far let in 2 unanswered goals because the score is currently 3-1 in favor, of Ithaca. Oh my God. Anyways, period 3 of action. We'll get underway here. Both goalies are ready. We're ready up here. And the first face-off of the third period is won back by Ithaca. They'll try to get it the other way. They get it just into the Hornet zone here. Patnow getting it over for Tonkovic. Tonkovic off the boards for, hopefully, Joey Leveroni. But Ithaca will try to take it the other way. And the other way they do take it. If not for Kevin Patnow, though, he will take it into the Ithaca zone, sending it just off the net there. But number 23, Eli Simons, he'll take it around through the neutral zone here into the Hornets' end. Backhand shot is saved by Chris Finger. Face off to the left of Chris Finger. It's one forward by Ithaca there. Right towards that net. It went just wide. But taking it now is Hewitt Gal. He'll get it up to the D-man. D-man shoots and it's deflected off by Will Sanzone into the corner. Walker Thompson sending it up for Conor McDonald there. But neither him nor Nico Capriati could catch it. Thankfully, Capriati redirecting it deep into the Ithaca zone. Ithaca breaking it out now. Hewitt Gal will get it out. Walker Thompson sending it over for Chen. It went off the back of the net there. Bit of a confusing play there for Chen. But Capriati will send it up for Sanzone. Sanzone getting it around there. He'll get it into the zone. Capriati going for it. Unable to get it off the boards there. Ithaca just able to get it out of their zone here. Hewitt Gow with it again. Sending it up for Lincoln Babcock. He's unable to get a shot off, and Joey Leveroni coming up the ice with speed there. Tries to get it around. Number 23, Eli Simons, gets it towards the center. Colton Knives with it now. He comes around, tries to get it towards the center, but Jonas Oshel, he's unable to catch it, and Ithaca will get it out. Ryan Tonkovic and Gavin Patnow taking up their positions now. But that will be an icing, as it went just a bit too far. Released before that red line. And it'll go all the way back down into the zone of the Ithaca Lil Red. Face off one to the side by Ithaca. Jonas Osley there trying to get it towards the center, but Ithaca will try to get it out, and then get it out they do. Trying to get it towards the middle of the ice there. And Colton Knives will knock off number 10, Estonelko. But Ithaca trying to get it towards that net here. The Hornets instead will break it out. Jonas Osley and Joey Leveroni trying to get some work done here along the boards. But Ithaca able to get it back deep into the Hornets' end. Ryan Tonkovic gets a big hit put on him by number 8, Sean Albertson. Thankfully, he's able to get up, but Jonas Osley will take it out. Trying to instead hand it over for Conor McDonald. But that'll go too far. And an icing will be called. Face off to the left of Chris Finger. One forward by the Hornets. They're unable to get it out of the zone at this time. Walker Thompson faces some double pressure there from Ithaca, trying to get it towards the center of the shot, and is saved by Finger. This goes into the corner. Ithaca will recover, trying to send it back now. Shot, save, made by Finger again. And Conor McDonald will bring it out of the zone, trying to pass it over for Nico Capriati. It'll go onto the back of the net there. Noah Chen taking a swing at it. Will Sanzone trying to get it out there. Ithaca will keep it in. Noah Chen sending it up for Capriati. Capriati up for McDonald. McDonald sends it in. He'll go for a change. Derek Jordan stopping it behind his own net as Ithaca trying to break it out here. And gets it to the stick of 26. Owen Simons, he makes a move behind the net, goes the other way. Gets it off the glass there. FM is unable to keep it in. They keep it right by that blue line, though. But it'll go on the boards. And Ithaca will work to get it the other way. But Gavin Patnode will come out with it. He bobbles it, doesn't get the pass off, and it's a 2-on-1 going the other way. Number 26, Owen Simons shoots it, and it goes wide. Walker Thompson unable to do anything. Shot, save made by Finger, and he covers it. Face off to the right of Chris Finger. One forward by the Hornets. Golden Knives unable to get it out at this point. Jonas Osterley will instead send it to the other side. As Brian Tonkovich goes to get it, gets it off of Leveroni there, and Osterley will take it up, getting it just into the Ithaca zone. Leveroni with it now, passes it over, shot, and it's deflected over the net. Oh boy, they had quite a good play going on there. If it wasn't deflected, that would have been a surefire goal on, or surefire shot on net. Ryan Tonkovich able to keep it at those hash marks. Send it over for Osterley. Osterley up to Patnode. Patnode's unable to get a shot off. And number 22, Lincoln Babcock, he'll come up the side here. And he loses it just at that blue line. Cornell will shoot and he scores. And with 12:10 left to go in the third period, the score's been extended to 4 in favor of Ithaca. And that's 3 unanswered goals in 3 periods for Ithaca. Can the Hornets put another one up on the board? Brady Moore would like to think so. He goes in and puts some pressure on. Jack Lalek sending it up for Walker Thompson. He puts a shot on. It's saved by Derek Jordan, but Ithaca are able to get it out of the zone. Hayden Cornell coming in with it again. Shot, save made by Finger. And Jack Lalek will get it up for Chen. Chen getting it across and out of the zone. Hayden Cornell, though, putting it back the other way. Walker Thompson facing a little bit of pressure here. He's able to just get it out of the zone there. Brady Moore putting a body on. But it goes into the glove of Chris Finger. He'll drop it for Noah Chen. Chen with a lot of room here, sends it up for Brady Moore. He gets a big hit put on him by number 13, Ben Waxlag. And that will be a penalty for interference. Sir, he did not have the puck. That will surely be a penalty. Go to the box, serve your 2 minutes. .26 left to go in the third period of play. The Hornets have a power play after that interference penalty on number 13, Ben Waxlag. And the faceoff is won back by Ithaca. They'll get it out of the zone here. Noah Chen going hard for it. He'll get some pressure put on him by Eli Simons. He gets it out towards the center. Ithaca is unable to get a shot off. And Jonas Osterley will take it the other way with a 3-on-1 now. He comes in, tries to get it through the legs, but isn't able to get it off. Come on, don't be fancy. Ithaca are able to get it out of the zone here. Noah Chen leaving it for Osterley. Osterley will come up the side. Choosing a bit of a quicker speed now. Tries to make some moves, but he's unable to get it done. Ithaca will take it the other way. And Hayden Cornell with it now. He's able to get it into the zone. Cornell towards the center, and it goes up the side of the net here. Jonas Osterley will get it off. Sending it way up there for Nico Capriati. He's able to get it off his stick for a waved off icing. But Ithaca will send it way back down the other way. And Gavin Patnode will pick it up with 42 seconds left to go in this Ithaca penalty. Osterley leaving it for Patnode. Patnode getting it over for Capriati. Capriati dumping it in. Derek Jordan there, deflecting it into the corner here as Osterley puts some pressure on. But Ithaca able to get it out again. Goes all the way back down. Chris Finger will stop it behind his net and leave it there for Walker Thompson to pick up. Thompson setting it up for Osterley. Osterley trying to get around Hayden Cornell there. He's a bit too smart for him, though. He'll break up that move. And Hayden Cornell and Hewitt Gow are all alone in that zone. Thankfully, they're unable to get a shot off. And that net was fully off. It was off both pegs there. And that penalty, or face-off, I should say, the penalty will expire. The face-off will be to Chris's left. With 9:23 left to go in the third period, 4-1 is the score. Did I say it at Chris's left? Right in front of him. Right in the middle of the zone here. Ithaca will win the face-off back, getting it off the boards. They're able to just get it in the Hornets zone. Trying to take it a little further, they'll dump it into the corner. Noah Chen on the boards. Getting it towards the center, though, is Ithaca. And Brady Moore will take up that puck, getting it up for Michael LeDuc. LeDuc getting it over for Jack Lalick. Lalick coming in with it. He's unable to get a shot off. And Ithaca will get it back out of the zone, way down to the Hornets' end. Noah Chen sending it over for Brian Tonkovich. Tonkovich getting it high and up. And Ithaca will send that the other way, courtesy of number 23, Eli Simons. Noah Chen. They'll get it back into the zone here. Lalick will take a shot, and he scores! Jack Lalick will answer the three unanswered from Ithaca. Their lead is now cut in half. 4-2 is the score. The question is, with 8:29 left to go in the third, can the Hornets score two more? Face off in the middle. One back by Ithaca. So they'll send it D to D. They'll try to get it up now. They'll get it into the Hornets zone. And it's covered by Chris Finger. $8:20 left to go in the third. Face off to the left of Chris Finger. Winning it back are Ithaca. D-Man will stop it just before it goes out of the zone. They'll send it back deep. But Gavin Patnode will get it off the boards. And that is a waved off icing. No icing here. And Ithaca will work to get it out of the zone, but not if Patnode has anything to say. He'll put it on net. And Drew Fitz will go into the corner to try and get it himself. Dmitry Sergeev putting in some help now. But Ithaca are able to get it out of the zone. Gavin Patnode putting it back into the zone as he goes to change. Drew Fitz going in to put some pressure on a forecheck. And Joey Leveroni coming in with speed. He's unable to get a hit on for fear of a penalty. Dmitry Sergeev with it now in the Hornets zone. Tried to get it off the boards for Leveroni. Leveroni in on a big hit. And it's saved by Finger off a shot from Ithaca. A Point shot again, and he saves it. And it goes into the corner. Wow, how did that not go in? Oh boy, and that's an icing is called. Wow, that was 4x6 of open net, and no puck appeared inside. Face off to the left of Chris Finger. Ithaca will win it to the side, right in front of Chris Finger's net. They'll send it back in as it squirted out. Getting it around there is Lincoln Babcock. He'll have it on the boards. Getting it behind the net of Chris Finger now. Ryan Tonkovich with it. Getting some pressure on from Hewitt Gal. He'll get it up for Joey Leveroni. And it'll bounce just out of the zone as Colton Ives will send it up off the boards. Getting it back up now. Colton Ives unable to get it into the zone. Ryan Tonkovich with it now. Getting it in. Tried to pass it back there for one of his teammates, but Ithaca will come the other way. Eli Simons with it now. Shoots it. Save made by Finger. .6:25 left to go in the third period. Face off to the right of Chris Finger. Face off one back by Ithaca. D-Man will shoot it and it just goes wide. Patnod will get it up for Caden Livesey, who gets a big hit put on him. And that door was opened in the corner. Not sure how that happened because there's quite a large post in between me and that door there. Nonetheless, it popped open. Not sure what's going on there. Trying to close the door. And that door will remain open. Not sure why they don't just close it, but clearly there's something wrong with it staying closed. The rink attendee get some snow there. It's just to try to keep it closed, I believe. I believe there might be a little hole or something in the ice. And as is common practice in hockey, they'll get some snow, try to fill it in, and let it freeze. And with 6:16 left to go in this third period, who knows what will come? Will the Hornets be able to score two more in this 6 minutes while they have some time over on the bench? Might be able to formulate some sort of a plan here. And I believe that is Colton Ives and Joe Sosterly with the board on the bench. Trying to come up with something. Thankfully, they will get that door closed. And we will continue our game of hockey here at the Toyota Coliseum. Face off in the neutral zone here. To be taken by number 7, Jacob Lambrick. The ref having to explain what's going on to number 28, Stephen Yang. He seems a bit baffled by it, but nonetheless, hockey will be played. As the faceoff is won back by Ithaca. They'll get it off the boards there. And into the zone of the Hornets. Teddy Smart trying to whiff it the other way. You get some pressure put on him by Ithaca. Bit of fighting behind the net here. And Ithaca will come out with it, sending it to the point. Point man shoots, and it goes wide of the net. Teddy Smart sending it over for Gavin Patnode. Patnode sending it up for Aiden Shaver. It goes through his legs, and that will be an icing. And Aiden Shaver snowing number 28. Stephen Yang in the corner there. A big spray as he's sure to stop and not hit him after the play. I'm sure of it. 5:46 left to go in the third period. 4-2 is the score in favor of Ithaca. Ithaca winning it back. He'll take a shot, and it's saved by Finger. He'll turn it the other way. Conor McDonald coming out with it. Sending it back for Nick Sergeev. Sergeev doesn't quite get it immediately. He'll put some pressure on in the corner, and he makes a hit. And number 26, Owen Simons. And that'll get the FM bench going. Sergeev going back for that puck along the boards, and he puts another hit on, but that will be a rather dirty one. And he will go to the box. And on the same man, Owen Simons. Felt a little fired up by that first one. That second one, just a bit too hard. And for 2 minutes now, the Hornets will be on a penalty kill for the first time this game. And a second player has appeared in that Hornets bench, or that Hornets box. You wonder if that may be a 2 and 10. Possibly for charging, as he took quite a few steps before that hit. And as such, it was quite hard. But Ithaca will win the faceoff back. D-man will shoot. Save made by Finger as he covers it. With 5:09 left to go in the third period. Once again, can the Hornets put something else on the board? Or at least keep Ithaca from putting something else on the board themselves? D-man to D. Cornell shoots and saved and gloved down by Chris Finger. Face off one to the side by the Hornets. They'll get it in the corner. Hopefully that door doesn't open up again. Some big hits being thrown around. There's number 23, Eli Simons. He'll come across. Shot. Save. Made by Finger, and he covers it. .447 left to go in this third period of play. Here at the Toyota Coliseum, the score is 4-2 in favor of the Ithaca Little Red. And Chris Finger seemingly having some equipment malfunctions there. He's ready, though. And we'll play some hockey as the faceoff is to his right. Referee telling those wingmen to get back in their place. As the faceoff is won back by Ithaca. They'll tie it up, though. And thankfully, the Hornets will get it over to the boards. But Ithaca getting it up to the D-man. D-man will come down. But it's Jonas Osterley sending it over for Noah Chen as he knocks it out of the zone. Job done as they get back in position for the penalty kill. They'll send it across here. Coming down is Eli Simons. Tries to pass it back. Shot! And it goes wide of the net after a series of deflections. They'll send it back to him, but he won't catch it. It'll go out of the zone. And FM will regroup and change the D-man. We're halfway through this penalty here for FM. Jonas Osterley sending it up for Joey Leveroni. Leveroni going in to put some pressure on a forecheck. Ithaca breaking it out of their zone. Thanks to Stephen Yang. Yang will leave it for Simons. Simons sending it over for his brother, Owen Simons. But the Hornets will get it back into the Ithaca zone. Joey Leveroni putting some pressure on Hayden Cornell. Cornell coming up with speed. Joey Leveroni trying to match that speed. He doesn't quite have it. Instead, he will choose to set it up. Cornell sending it towards the net there, but it's covered by Chris Finger. .3:30 left to go in this third period of play. 4-2 is the score. There's only 13 seconds left to go. And the FM penalty on number 3, I should say. Nick Sergeev. Face off one back by Ithaca. FM keen to put some pressure on. Ithaca will send it back deep. Noah Chen will pick it up, sending it off the boards and out of the zone. But picking it up is Jack Coakley. They'll try to get it off the boards there, but FM has killed off their penalty. And Michael Leduc will send it just into the zone, but Ithaca coming back out with it, making some moves. He gets knocked off the puck. And Brian Tonkovich will take it himself, getting some pressure put on him. And Ithaca will try to send it around there. They'll send it back deep into the zone. Coming around, it goes off the skate of Sand Zone. It stays on the boards there, and they're able to get it out with 2:40 left to go in the third. Ithaca coming around through the neutral zone. Getting it across that blue line here. They're able to get it into the Hornet zone. They send it back deep, and all of them will go to change. No Chen trying to send it up for Michael Leduc. He sends it just a bit too far to the right. Ryan Tonkovich will get it back out of the zone. But coming in now and sending that deep is number 23, Eli Simons. Sending it around is Brian Tonkovich. Over for Michael Leduc. He whiffs on that first one, trying to get that second one off. But instead it went back to Noah Chen. Chen will get it out of the zone himself. But coming back in is Ithaca. Ryan Tonkovich handling that puck in his own zone here. Sending it up for Conor Mcdonald. Mcdonald trying to send it up for Osterley. Osterley's able to keep it. He knocks off number 26, Owen Simons. And Ithaca are able to get it out of the zone. Nico Capriati sending it up for Osterley. Osterley coming back in. Looking over his options, sends it over for Leveroni. Leveroni shoots, and it's saved by Derek Jordan. With 1:19 left to go in the third period, the Hornets do have their first line out. The threesome of Joey Leveroni, Jonas Osterley, and Colton Ives. What will it do with 1:19 left to go? Not much, apparently, because Ithaca will get it out to Joey Leveroni's frustration. And the net for the Hornets is empty as they turn it over in their own zone. Jonas Osterley sending it up for Leveroni. Leveroni's just able to get it out of the zone here. Capriati will send it deep into the zone of the Little Red. And getting it out of play there was number 2, Hewitt Gal. That'll be a face-off right to the right of Derek Jordan in the zone of Ithaca. Once again, the net for the Hornets is empty. And they have some of their strongest players out there. And with 55 seconds left to go in the third, can they score something? FM winning it back, keeping it in. There's Walker Thompson. Ithaca trying to get it up there. They do get it deep into the Hornet zone. Walker Thompson will go for it, but that will be an icing. Since, by rule, we are sort of full strength. as there are 6 Hornets on the ice and 6 members of the Ithaca Little Red. We are full strength, so that will be an icing. It'll go all the way back down to where it started. Winning that faceoff back is Ithaca. They'll get some pressure put on him by Jonas Osterley, I should say. Leveroni coming out with a shot, and it's saved by Derek Jordan. As it goes into the corner, Colton Ives with it now. Sending it down, though, is Ithaca. And it'll go just wide of the net, and that will be an icing. .3 seconds left to go in the third period of play. Referee telling those wingmen to get in their place. I believe they almost interpreted that as a change in the location of the faceoff. But FM will win it back. Walker Thompson sending it back into the corner. Nico Capriati will go for it. He sends it out towards the center, and it's still loose. Still loose with 13 seconds left to go. And Derek Jordan will cover it as a bit of a squabble happens behind that net. Some disagreement. But nonetheless, with 12.4 seconds left to go in the third. And the net's still empty for the Hornets. Can they score something and keep Ithaca from putting it into that empty net? Leveroni will try to get it to Osterley. Walker Thompson's unable to keep it in. 3 seconds left to go. Can he put it in? Yes, he does. And as time expires, these Hornets are just more than a little frustrated. As this is quite the chance for them to win another one before the end of the season. But nope, Ithaca will come out with the victory 4-2 here at the Toyota Coliseum. And my, oh my, that was an even game. However, these Hornets just letting a few too many go. That will result in the score you see above. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here on the Hornets Hockey Network. We'll be back next week. But for now, we will wish you all a good night. From here at the Toyota Coliseum, your final score is 4-2. Ithaca Little Red over the FM Hornets. Shots for Ithaca, 28. Shots for the Hornets, 20. But thank you all for watching with us tonight. We'll see you next time here on the Hornets Hockey Network. Have a good night, everyone.